So whenever it comes to Blender, if you're using a latter version, the Boolean modifier now has multiple solvers. And knowing which solvers that you're using on the fly is important because fast is, well, very fast, and exact is pretty nice, but it can definitely have some speed implications if you're unaware of it and you're using it on cuts that were simply better suited for fast. So let's just cancel this. One of the things about Boxcutter is the notifications. We see the notifications here at the bottom, and one of the things that I found important enough to emphasize is which solver that you're using. On the fly, you may find yourself wanting to change your solver, so now we have the solver option exposed. I have a sneaking suspicion that someday we'll have only one solver and we'll be removing the slider in the future. But for now, while we're in this moment, we have an option between toggling fast and exact on the fly. So you could even draw a cut, press D, go in, change it to exact, and now as we're extruding, you see that the notification is displaying that this is exact. So sometimes I'll be working and have it in exact and not be paying attention, and the only way I'll be able to tell is that there's just a very large speed hit later, or I just have booleans that are very dependent on each other, and I'm like, oh man, I've built a model that is dependent on exact, which prompts me to have to smart apply in order to get my speed back. But just being aware of your solver can go a long ways towards helping you get the most out of your Boxcutter experience, because exact can be good to party on for a while, but I find it to also be very interesting as a computer benchmark for how much exact booleans your computer can take before they begin choking other modifiers to death. But right now I'm cutting, and we see that with every cut the speed hit just gets a little bit more intense whenever it comes to using the exact solver. But you can change the hotkey for it on the fly, even in the middle of your cut with Alt-E. But in the event that you want to do it inside the D panel, you can also just press D, go in Helper, and change your solver to exactly what you need it to be. And because we already have so many exact booleans on this, we're not able to get any sort of speed increase back. Or if we are getting a speed increase, it's negligible. So really the most optimal option for me would be to go into the HardOps helper, go to the booleans bevel subtab, and change everything over to fast. And now I can actually cut and it performs properly and fast.